Hey, black belt collector. So coming toward the end of the horror season, my favorite time of the year. So I've been opening up the TMNT Monsters figures. I've done all four of the turtles and skipped a couple of them, but decided I would get Van Helsing, Splinter as Van Helsing. So NECA's packaging is always really fun. Let's take a look. So I got the Mummy. I chose to do the Wolfman instead of Frankenstein. And then for Leo, I did Creature of the Black Lagoon instead of the Hunchback. So that's just more my taste. I think they look really good together on the shelf like that. It's funny though, none of them are a vampire, yet we have our vampire hunter, Van Helsing, from Dracula. So let's get him out of the packaging, take a look at all the little pieces, and see how the figure holds up in hand. Okay, so Splinter. You know, as I was opening, I thought it would be really cool if there was a Shredder that was Dracula. That would be perfect. Splinter could hunt. Shredder is Dracula. I can't really picture that in my mind how it would look, but I'm sure someone much more talented than me could do that. Anyway, I don't think there is a Shredder figure in this TMNT horror wave. So I got Master Splinter here, and yeah, he's got kind of small legs, so I have to use the tail to keep him balanced. Funny, this one actually comes with a stand. This is the only one that's come with a stand. So they knew he would be a little prone to fall over with these tiny feet and skinny legs. The only really accessory on his body is this, his pouch for his arrows. It slots in right there, you can kind of see. So it just kind of pushes in there to hold in place, which is cool. So it's not just floating. And yeah, he's got all kinds of little accessories here. So arrows can go in the quiver. Man, these are actually sharp and they are definitely going to get lost if you drop them. So just a couple of wooden stake arrows and then sort of a traditional broadhead arrow. And then my favorite, the one that's got a garlic shish kebab. So that's a lot of fun. He can hold his crossbow. Pretty sure the arrow, one of the arrows could notch in there pretty easily. And he's got a hand with two fingers, a pointing hand, a fist, and then this. So really no trigger hand. I guess this is the hand that's meant to hold the crossbow, but you know, his finger's not going to be on the trigger, so not a huge deal at all. The detail, of course, is really good. Now, this I found interesting. There are two heads for Splinter. They're pretty much exactly the same, though. Just one with a hat and one without. So, obviously, the hat is more Van Helsing sort of iconic. So I'll probably keep it just like this with the hat. But I do really like no hat. He's got the famously chewed up ear. So, you know, Splinter kind of famously has this one missing ear or half missing ear. But just going to stick with the hat for now. Can put him on the stand, I suppose. It doesn't seem like I really need it, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, you don't really need it, but it doesn't hurt to have that. He's got his knife, so one hand could hold the knife, or pretty sure I can fit it right in here. So that's kind of cool. He's got his knife, and then I love the wooden stakes. So the wooden stakes should fit in here nice and easy. Perfect. Yes. So I'd really like for him to hold a stake, but I think it's cool that he's got a spot to hold them on his little belt there. So that looks really cool. let me take off this hand. See if I can do this without popping all the arrows out of his pouch. Probably should have put those in last. And then we can give him this hand holding the crossbow. Very cool. I really like that. Maybe I will give him the other hand holding the arrow. Oh, you can't really. I guess maybe if I go like this. Because the other hand doesn't open up. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. So he can have one hand holding an arrow. All right, here we go again. See if I can do this without popping all those arrows out. Yeah, it just kind of slides right in. There's a little gap so that he can actually hold an arrow. Yeah, kind of like that. I think that's cool. I love that it's like a garlic kebab. His arms, very stiff. Very, very stiff. You can see I've almost even put a little stress on the material here, just trying to move his arms around a little bit. I don't think it was like that. I think I did that whenever I was moving him around. So, the legs feel great. The arms are extremely stiff. They don't really want to move. And then the head, yeah, I mean, the head is not going to move at all. It is pretty much just a statue. You could tell, you could tell that it is all covered by his cloth. The cloth on his jacket there. So the details and everything are awesome, but this guy has probably the lowest articulation. I guess that makes sense. But in a way, if you've ever seen Splinter fight, he moves around much more fluidly than the other guys do. I guess it depends on what iteration you're watching or reading. Wire tail, kind of help you balance the figure. Yeah, he looks great. Let me get these hands out of the way. So, kind of my least favorite of all the figures, but it's just a cool little addition. I think these guys are $35 a piece, and I was able to get Splinter and Mikey on sale for like 20 bucks. So that's not bad. And then the other two were 35. Sorry, the other three. So we got Ralph and Leo. And then we got Mikey as the mummy. I like that a lot. That's really fun. Creature of the Black Lagoon. It's very much a toss-up between the Creature of the Black Lagoon and the Invisible Man as my favorite. So the Invisible Man and Van Helsing are more human characters, whereas the other three are truly monsters, right? But I'm just a big fan of the Invisible Man. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole setup there. I think they look awesome. I love the horror season. I love those old monster movies and novels. I love the Halloween vibe all the time. So combine that with my love for the turtles. I am the black belt collector. One of the reasons I started doing martial arts in the first place is because I wanted to be like a Ninja Turtle when I was a kid, right? So, I wanted to be Batman. I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle. So, started training, and then here I am, an old man, still fighting every time in the gym. Anyway, there's the figures, guys. They look awesome. Let me know if you like this little series I've done. See you on the next one. Peace.